We will honor everybody. Awesome. Okay. So welcome to Wednesday night, our first Wednesday of the month, Team B call. Every first Wednesday of the month, of course, we do a little bit of a download and celebration of all the amazing people that brought in an amazing month. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through some announcements in regards to into just some of the new promo stuff that's going on that people are starting to really hammer on social media. So just go through that, and then we'll end it with just highlighting customer care. So let's begin. So first off, I want to say that Team B just had our absolute largest month ever. We had welcomed 88 new partners. And my goal was 1,000 orders, and we got close 927 new customers. So incredible, incredible, Team B. Just so proud of your efforts. And so we are going to make, of course, you guys know, if you are brand new, welcome, and we'll get you guys to get a shout out from your partners and stuff in a sec. But every month we recognize the best. One person within our organization gets voted in as the best partner that represents it all. And we call it the Bee's Knees. And this month, this past month, it was so clear who won this particular award. And that award goes to Randy Devine. He killed May, and we just want to commend you, congratulate you. It means that you have gone over and above on every level. And I know Angela wants to share a little bit of words because you've been working very closely with Angela. And Angela, congratulations on you helping you get your second fast track sales coordinator.
Yes, well, I just want to say that, I met Randy through a mutual friend, Claudie Bell. And it's been a true pleasure to work with him. He's been so teachable. In May, he brought on 10 new partners. He got 2 of them to QSC. He got 1 of them to Partner Plus. He's been showing up on all the power hours, from 10 to 11. He's showing up on the Tower Talks, our opportunity calls. He's doing conference calls with me or with you. And he's truly an example of, having one of the best partners on the team.
Yes, awesome. So again, congratulations, Randy. Do you want to say any words?
I couldn't have done it without you guys. You're very inspiring, and again, good coaches, good teaching, great calls, and yeah, it's invite, follow up, close.
I love it. Yeah, you know what? You make it look so simple, Randy, but I know behind the scenes that you're just doing it very consistently and showing up. And I think you are one of the most consistent partners we had in regards to, I think you're on every single Tower Talk. You have been since we started, and you always have guests. It's incredible. And I just saw your post that you did on social media, which was talking about the Tower Gardens, and you had a handful of people that were interested. And I love what you just say. Great, I'll send you an invite to our next live Tower Talk. It's just you're doing the funnel, right? You're creating curiosity, you're having a conversation, you're inviting them to the event, and then you close them. So you're just a true example of actually being really teachable and following the system and not trying to reinvent the wheel like I did for my first year. So congratulations.
Well, I find that every time I try to do it my own way, it ends up being total disaster. So, but I have been able to call some of those people back and say, look, I'm new at this, so I'm still learning. So can I talk to you again? And sometimes it works out. So,
yeah.
Persistence.
Awesome. Great job. Okay. The second kind of recognition that we get within the month is instead of employee of the month, we call it the Bees of the month. So these are the team members that really brought it, really stepped up, and really delivered some big numbers, and we want to recognize you. So A lot of you guys know who Kelly Morgan is in Arizona. She's a dietitian under Sarah Beardmore. If you want to follow her on social media just to understand what she's doing, it's Veggie Mom Cooks on Instagram. She brings on all of her own business in Instagram. And she got 162 orders last month. I think that was her largest month, 162 orders. Yeah. And then next we have our famous Marissa. If you are on here, Marissa, I know she's on because she's got 4 kids and it's bedtime, but Marissa had another second consistent month. She killed it. She got fast track to sales coordinator herself. So a big shout out to her. Amazing. She got her first fast track QSC, amazing. And so just like, she's just working it. I love her. She's been showing up on Power Hour every morning. She always has baby on her. She's got 3 other kids in the background, and she's like, trying to, fend them off, but she's still working this business and really growing. So big shout out to Marissa. We had our famous Sarah Naylor. She got another, I think the last time I checked in with you, you were at 17 orders, 17. We had Kim Barker from Arizona at 15. Melissa Sagan, where are you, girlfriend? Big shout out. You had a killer month too, 15. Jen Pike at 14. Sarah Beardmore at 12, and Jennifer Z at 11 orders. So again, big shout outs to you guys for really working the business in stolen moments. I know sometimes, we say, oh, this should be so easy to build because we're all at home, but I do so appreciate the mama bears and dads and trying to balance either work or 3 kids, 4 kids, trying to do it all, trying to teach. It's a lot of work. And I know a lot of you are doing this business still in stolen moments, but congratulations for still finding success in your business and not using it as an excuse not to work. That's amazing. So those were the 2 big shout outs that I wanted to do. And then I'm just going to leave it open right now to any of our leaders on the team that want to do any more personal shout outs to anybody that achieved any positions such as Partner Plus or QSC, or to welcome any newbies on the team.
So I wanted to do a quick shout out to Tahira. She got to Partner Plus, Fast Track. And to Claudie Bell, she got to QSC today.
Oh, wonderful. Congratulations.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's Becky. Shelly Bunny. So she did her first launch call last night. She had 25 attendees, and that's the first one because we're going to do 2. So yeah, she got to, of course, Partner Plus. We knew that would happen. So now we're just waiting on the next one. So congrats.
Yay. Awesome.
I don't know if you guys can hear me. Hi, I'm Jen. I just wanted to welcome my girl. We just signed her up today. Her name's Shannon Galone. So I just wanted to welcome her to Team B.
Awesome. Welcome.
I just wanted to say that, let's see, Marie went to QSC, and Darpan, of course, QSC, and Marcus to Partner Plus. That's what got me to where I am. And I want to welcome Wendy, who's on the call today as well.
Awesome. Yay.
Good job, everyone. I'd like to congratulate Ariel, who got to Partner Plus last month, Key, who got to Partner Plus, Kelly, who got to Partner Plus, and Christy, who got to Partner Plus. And of course, on Marisa's team, we had lots of I don't know if anybody's on, but congrats, everybody. It's been an awesome month.
Awesome.
Yeah, I don't think it was Thursday. So Jamie Uman, she got to QSC Fast Track last Thursday and shared in front of everyone, which was totally out of her comfort zone, which is really exciting. And then one of my reps in Kelowna, Kelly, she got to QSC on Sunday. So I don't think either of them are on, but
So
I'm welcoming brand new Stephanie McQuaid. She just joined our team and she already did her first launch party tonight. So she's been so teachable.
Awesome. Welcome. Anybody else before we move on?
I just want to congratulate Debbie Coach. She just hit QSC today, and we have a new rep. They're going to be watching the recording. Dana just hit Partner Plus, and she's got 2 new team members doing her first call tonight with another new team member who's going to join. So
awesome. Sarah, did you hear that we shouted you out as being a Bee's Knees, or Bees of the Month? I mean, Bees of the Month.
Oh no,
Oh, you missed
thank
that?
you. That's very nice.
Yeah, you had 12 orders, girlfriend. We just wanted to do a shout out, and I know you're working.
Yeah, I did. Sorry, yes,
working
sorry,
so hard. Yeah,
Gosh,
so good job.
We're having fun. We've got lots of fun stuff going on. Everyone's doing
Awesome.
great job, team.
Okay, anyone else before I start to dive?
Maria to the team as well, and I know that we're all going to grow together, and it's going to be fun.
Awesome. New promotion on our complete powder with the Healthy Starts program. So I'm just going to go over it with you just so you understand. And I know that there was a little bit of confusion of where to find it. What I want you guys to know is it is available if you go into your virtual office. So go into your virtual office, and hopefully Sarah Mokhtar, I can see on screen. Can you see my screen? Okay. What you're going to have to do in the short term until they download it is you actually just have to change countries right now and just go to the United States. And all of the information is here for you. It applies to Canada, but if you go under what's new in the US, all of the information is here, and it talks about the program. So it's like for a limited time only, June 1st through September 30th, a new family health study customer can add a one-time order of Complete by Juice Plus. So it's a 15-serving pouch with a choice of French vanilla or Dutch chocolate for $5 to cover the cost of shipping and handling. This limited time offer is available in the US and Canada. And then there's also some really nice like videos that you can use to send people in regards to educating them a little bit about our Healthy Starts program or what the Complete is. There's a fact sheet. So right here is where you can grab it. I just like an hour ago saw that our Canadian VP of Sales, Stephen Millman, just sent us some really nice visuals to share on social media. I will be posting that on Team B after we get off the call. I have forwarded it on to some of my messenger chats, but this will be available on our Canadian site in the next few days. I know they were just having, you know, sometimes you have to appreciate, like, there's so many things to do at month end, and sometimes these little things are not top priority. And I know with less resources at the office, they sometimes struggle to get this stuff up, but the good news is we have it available. It's just on the US site. So really excited. I noticed that a lot of people are doing shout outs on social media, you know, congratulations on your Healthy Start. So that's one idea to really let people know. I call it FOMO, fear of missing out. If you're constantly posting stuff about your customers that are getting orders or their Tower Garden orders, I always ask for permission to make sure that you can tag them in their posts. But if they give you permission, it's a great opportunity for you to do some social media evidence that one, you're building, and one, you're selling, and you're kind of creating this FOMO. So just wanted to share that with you. So we're going to shift a little bit to customer care. Sarah, can you see that, girl? Did it move over? Okay. So for those of you that are familiar or even not familiar, we actually have a team website called teambethechange.com, and the password to get in is Team B. And we do have some really good basic customer care steps that you guys can take care of. And why this is so important and why that we're going to continue to hammer customer care is because that's why we're dressed up in green tonight. Is honestly, guys, this is where you're going to be able to make consistent money. And I know that a lot of people rely on their Juice Plus check. It pays for the mortgage, it pays for car payments. It pays for food, you know, maybe it's paying for your kids to go to school. For some of you, it's retired you from a full-time, you know, job. And one of the biggest things that I can tell you, wherever you are in the marketing plan, the biggest opportunity for you is to really make sure that customer care is top of mind on a regular basis. And you kind of have to get into your your own groove of how that's going to look for you, because we all do it a slightly different. And we're going to share tonight, and you're going to hear from some of the leaders of how they do their customer care and how they stay organized on customer care, because it's really, really important. Because your customers, your happy customers, will eventually, some of them will turn into your best partners. It's because they have a positive experience. They feel like you're really caring for them. And maybe, you know, when you first introduced them to the product, they weren't ready to do the business because they were like, well, I didn't have an experience. And I know that I have a number of customers over the last 2 months that have expressed interest in joining the business, but their experience is like, I want to see the results, or I want to feel, and they're waiting. And that's okay. You can never force anybody, obviously, to join your business. You want people to join you because they are inspired and they're excited. And those are typically your best partners. So they're going to come from your customer care. They're going to come from your genealogy report that you get emailed to you once a month, so you can take a look and you can make sure that you are loving on them. So I want you to get familiar with our customer care page under our team site. And it talks about just making sure that you're scheduling reminders for your customer care. There is a questionnaire, and I do definitely recommend either doing a questionnaire or just finding out, you know, with your customer, like why they signed up, what type of results are they looking for, so that when you're following up with them, you can check in on them. And, you know, typically there's different people. I'm still kind of old fashioned. You can use like recipe cards if you want. Some people use Google Doc to keep care of your customers. Some people use Teamsy to keep care, which is a great site to just keep care and records of your customers, so that you have conversations and you know how many kids they have, you know what kind of job they do, you know if they want to be invited to different events, future events, that type of stuff. So just really get organized with like who your customer is and build on that relationship. Okay. Now, one of the things that I do is there's an amazing video, Get Started. And I know Sarah Beermore, if you're on here, you've also done one. If you maybe want to follow up with Nikki, Sarah, and get her to add your video on here, that would be great. But this is the How to Get Started video. I have it on my phone, and it's a YouTube video. And anytime I get a new customer, I actually send them this video so that they can, you know, make sure that they are ready to start our products properly. The other thing that I want you to make sure when you're connecting with your customer is you want to know how you're going to communicate with them. What's the best way? Are you a Voxer? Are you on text? Are you Facebook Messenger? Are you email? Or would you like me to phone you even? And it's really important to understand that, because as you continue to do your follow-up with your customer, you want to make sure that it's the right way for them and not to be annoying, right? So you want to make sure. And then I love this. I'm going to open it up. It's a document called Getting Started, and it's actually what Dr. Mitra Ray has put together. And it talks about a unique opportunity for the body to cleanse through Juice Plus. And I share this document because it talks about, you know, what's happening in the body, how one, what might detox. And it explains it and like how to take it slowly. So I do have that document. It's a file, and I do send it to my customers, usually through text or email or messenger, whatever their preference is. And it's just really good for your customer to understand. And I always, with my customers, I always ask them to start at least half the dose. Okay. Never asking people to go full dose, because I do not want them to fully detox on Juice Plus. The other thing too is there's some basic rules for customer care. The first one is I highly recommend you guys get into the habit of putting our customers in our Design Your Sweet Life Facebook group. It's growing by the day. It's so awesome, because that's where we really love hard on our customers. You have an amazing leadership team on Team B. They're so focused on the shred lifestyle. And we promote that shred lifestyle on a daily basis. It's inspiring quotes, it's recipes, it's movement, it's educational events that we live stream in there. We just want our customers to be loved on really, really hard. And so I definitely encourage you guys to be putting your customers in there so that we can continue to love on them. Second is you want to be excited for your customers. You want to teach them how to feel about their purchase. So you might say, oh, I'm so excited for you. Just made a massive investment in your family's health. This is the most, you know, thoroughly researched brand name. Like, make sure that you kind of have that excitement for their purchase and be happy for them. And again, I mentioned about like making sure that you're taking notes every time you have a conversation with your customer. And that's why I love Teamsy, because Teamsy can really keep you on track with all those conversations. So when you go back and it's time to follow up with your customer, you know that there's a history there and you can have an intelligent conversation with them based on the history. And then remember to invite your customers to any of the live online events like tomorrow night. I know we have 2 events tomorrow night. There's an 8 o'clock prospect call, but there's also the Tim Blank, and it was kind of too late to cancel one. What happens with the dinner and a movie, they used to be Friday and it did not conflict with our calls, but just in the last couple of months, Mitra has moved them until Thursdays, which conflicted with our 8 o'clock. So I think what we're going to do for this month is there's only 2 dinner and movies. This month is too late, or this week is too late to move. So there will be 2 calls going on. One will actually be the prospect call and one will be Tim Blank. And don't worry, there will be a recording of Tim Blank if you can't get to it, and you can send your customer. But I think next week what we'll do, Alyssa Harriman is going to be speaking again. A lot of you heard Alyssa speak recently when she was talking about spring detox. We're going to have that privilege of her next week, and we'll cancel that event. It's going to give you enough notice that next Thursday we'll just cancel the prospect call for that one night. We'll focus on building for the Take Healthy Back with Alyssa, and then we'll be back on schedule for the following. The one thing I also want to mention is you really, really want to make sure by that 3.5 month mark, you've had those 1, 2, 3 conversations with your customers. You know you've gotten their product, you followed up with them, they're having a positive experience, they're taking their product, and you're going to call them to let them know in about 2 or 3 weeks their next shipment is going to happen. And at that point, you guys want to make sure that you do the health survey for the 1 bag of free Vineyard Chews. That is available. And you're going, what are you talking about, Nicole? So if you go under your virtual office, and I'm wondering, Sarah, do you think I should show them that? Probably, hey? Okay, let me see here.
Yeah, a lot of people ask.
Okay, so I'm going to go back to my Juice Plus. I'm going to go back into, so this is my website. I'm going to go into Canada here. So if you go to your Juice Plus office here, and I'm going to show you exactly where to go. You go to resources, and Sarah, is my computer showing this website? Is it showing? Okay. So you go into forms and resources, and you're going to scroll down. This is where our order forms are by province. Right here, it's called the Juice Plus Effect Program. This is available until at least September. So you guys have, so it's for all new customers in 2020. So all brand new customers have the opportunity to fill out a quick survey. So the survey is right here. So you would just like click on it. And this would be the survey that you can either save on your computer and you can save it for your customer to do, or you can do it just over the phone with them. And what they're going to do is they're going to just fill this out real quickly. Are they drinking more water? You know, are you falling asleep faster? You know, any weight loss, healthier gums, healthier hair. And you put their customer name, their ARO number, and their partner, your partner name and ID. And you will be charged $4 on your check, because that's going to help pay for the shipping of the free product. But this is a great retention tool for your customer. Not only is your customer starting to make the connection of some of these positive changes that are happening to their body, but they're going to get a bag free of the Vineyard Chews to be exposed to another product. And that will come with their second shipment, okay? So that's why at about that 3.5 month mark is really a good time to do this survey. And all you have to do is send it into head office, okay? info@juicepluscanada.com. You can just take a picture of it and just email it into the head office.
That's only for Canadian customers, right?
This is only for Canada, exactly. Yep. Okay. So back to customer care. Yeah, and then it's just really important to have ongoing shipments. I know that Jennifer Z taught us this a while ago, is just to put reminders in your phone. So if you guys are really, you know, on your calendar with your phone, is just to put reminders in them so that every time that that next shipment is going out, that you're going to love on them, you're going to connect with them. 15 years ago, one of the trainings I got for customer care that always stuck with me is never let a box of Juice Plus ship out without you getting the confirmation that your customer wants it and kind of is excited about it, right? And let me tell you, it's very rare today that we get excellent customer care. You know, it's like, when's the last time that you actually felt loved and actually cared for? It's very rare today. So as I tell people when they join our business, you want to be the type of person that stands out. And by standing out, that means you can really build an awesome, awesome business. Because think about how hard it is to get that customer, right? The posting, the videos, the conversation, getting them on a prospect call. Maybe you got them on a 3-way call, and you put a lot of love and energy into that customer. If you just let them go and don't make any phone calls or no connections, and their shipment doesn't ship out, think of the money that you've just lost and your time, and the fact that that customer never really felt the love. So I think the biggest opportunity that I see, especially like looking at the numbers, is for us to improve our customer retention. And the only way we're going to improve our customer retention is if you guys make a commitment to loving on your customer and not taking advantage of them, and making sure that they really, really feel loved. So that's where you can go. And then there's some beautiful visuals that Nikki Webb, our personal assistant, has done as well, that you can save these on your phone and put them under a file called customer care. And I love these because you can thank your customer for their order, that it's on their way. I always love these ones too. Remember to take your Juice Plus daily, like little like nudges. I call them like love pokes, when you're kind of just reaching out to your customers, maybe halfway through the month, is just to remind them to take it. And then eventually there's some beautiful join our mission, join our tribe ones as well, that you can start to post on social media, and then some nice visuals as well here. So Nikki spent a lot of time creating all of this for us. So it is all there and available. I'm going to stop talking because we have some amazing leaders on the call that also do such great customer care. And I'm just trying to see who I can see in this screen here. We got, I think, Jen Brennan, Sarah, and Melissa, and another Sarah. So I'll leave it to you guys. Which one of you wants to just share a little bit about how you're kicking it with customer care?
Just share one tip that I do, guys. The last week of the month, I will pull my customer genealogy report and look at everybody that's due to ship out the next month, so that I don't miss anybody. So I print that report out, and then I just highlight everybody. So at the end of this month, I'll be looking at anybody whose shipments are due on the 7th. It'll show you the month, and I just highlight those, and I make sure I give them all a call the month before, because I always get busy the month during. I have good intentions, I forget. And so I try to do it all that third month, and I just mark it in on Mondays of that month to get through. It doesn't take long at all, unless of course you're Kelly. She may have a little more trouble than I do with her 5,000 customers she has, but for the most part, right? And they're not everybody's shipping out at the same time. And then when you do reach out to people, you don't want to just say, so, hey, you know, are you ready for your next box? Call them with some good news and value add. So what can you offer these people? Well, if they just ordered the free, they just ordered in 2020, they are eligible for the free bag of chews, right? So do the survey with them, see how their experience is. Invite them to our DYSL group, make sure they're a member on that. Invite them to any of the talks that are coming up. We've got Tim Blank this Thursday. Maybe they'd like to learn more about the tower, so invite them to one of Nicole's talks. And find out more about their experience, and if they've been having these great changes, ask them, wow, that's amazing. Have your friends noticed? Have you been telling people? And they'll say, yeah, I have. My best friend can't believe it, or whatever. And then you can just roll that into a business conversation with them, and, you know, hey, I don't know if you'd be interested, but, and go from there. So And then the other thing you can do for them for value add is send them one of our many cookbooks, right? If they've got kids, use the other book. But there's even a workout book that I just discovered recently. I didn't know that was there. There's a fitness book too. So it's all in healthylivingrevolution.com under resources, all the recipe books and the fitness guide and the other one for kids. I forget what it's called. But there's fun things in that booklet too for kids. So yeah, just give them, call them and give them more, right? Something else.
Awesome, thank you. I'm just going to go into the Freedom Revolution where she's showing that. You can see that resources. So resources, go to the giveaways here, and then under giveaways is where our free resources are for cookbooks. So they've got volumes 1 to 4, they've got complete creation. So this is all of our complete recipes. So maybe you got a new complete order. Why don't you just gift them and say thank you so much for your order and gift them with the complete. We've got Tower Garden to Table one. We've got healthy mocktails. So if you're trying to support any of your new shredders, this is a great, gift that you can give them. You scroll down here, you've got spring ones. So we're heading into our spring, summer. Those are great. And then other additional ones. Yeah. Well, and we also have a Start Strong program, like a kids challenge as well too, which is kind of cool. So that's where I wanted to show you there. Somebody asked, I think, about.
Go down farther, Nicole. The fitness one is farther.
Oh, is it? Okay, hold on. Sorry, I got out. Resources. Okay. So you said under resources, giveaways. Okay, so there's a fitness one. Is it audio or video based, or is it book based?
Book.
Okay, right here. That one?
Yeah, and there's videos too. Yeah.
Nice. Perfect. Okay,
yeah.
Awesome. I like that. Let's jump in. Somebody asked where you can find that customer genealogy report. So I'm just going to go into my office here to show you where you can get it. You will get emailed once a month, but I don't think it's enough. I think you need to do it a lot more, especially if you're generating a lot of customers. So what you do is you go to Team Data and you go to former reports. So you can, because this is live and it like updates all the time, these are kind of like alive and real numbers. So if you go under former reports, this gives you some basic history. So like your downline growth report is when you're starting to build a team. This is where you want to be close to your numbers, especially getting close to the end of the month. So you would click off here so you could see like all of your volume and your team's volume. Distributor genealogy report to understand your team if you're growing in other countries. And right here, preferred customer genealogy. So you're going to actually get that email to you right away. You just click on it like this, and then it submits and it sends it to me. And this one is a really important one. I think what I'll do is I can go to my email once it comes through and I can show you, hold on here. Why, I'll see here if it comes through. Give me a sec. Because there are some codes on there that I want you guys to get familiar with. Let's see if I can get an old one, customer genealogy. Just give me a sec. I'll pull it up. Customer, downline, customer. It should be here. Right here. Okay, preferred customer genealogy. I'm going to open it up for you so I can just show you here what it looks like for our newbies. Melissa, can you see, is my screen sharing this or not? No, okay, hold on. So I'm talking to myself. There you go. Okay, can you guys see this now? Yeah, okay, perfect. So this is what you would get. You would get this customer genealogy report, and it has codes here, right, so that you can kind of understand what the products are code-wise. And right here, all of our products are here with codes, so it kind of helps you understand what it all means. But I'm just going to show you an example. Like for me, this is my personal customer. So this person here, Roberta Spence, you can see that one of her codes. So you look under ARO and the status. ST means status, and you want your goal is to look at your status, and what you want to be looking for are active customers. Ours are reset. So they just reset. What they've done is they've just gone in and they've changed their own order. So you want to just be looking for actives. And then you slow down and you go, oh, I got to cancel. Why do I have a cancel? So then you go across and you're like, oh, I got a canceled order. So either you're calling them, you're finding out why they canceled, maybe they're back ordered, but don't be afraid of C's. You need to be following up with these people and finding out why there's a C there. Maybe you already know why and they've already told you, but you need to find out. I'm looking to see if I have any declines, but you'll look through, if there's a D and you actually see a D, it means a decline. It means that their credit card has not gone through, and you want to address that right away. Typically what happens is somebody has lost their credit card and their credit card has expired. So typically what I do is I just call my customer and say, hey, just want to let you know that we need to update your credit card on your account. Do you want to just call it in, or do you want to give me the information? And oftentimes they will just do it themselves. They'll just update it. So it's pretty easy that way. Okay, I think that's all I wanted to show you tonight on customer care. That was a lot, but hopefully that gave you some, really, pick up the phone and call them if you see. Exactly. Take it from me. I had one this week, which I was surprised with. I called head office first and they accidentally canceled their order. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, the best is if you can definitely pick up the phone and have that conversation right away and kind of nip it. Awesome. So any other comments or question? I know we do have a lot of new people on here. I'm going to leave this time for you guys just to randomly ask questions. It doesn't have to be about customer care or not. I'm going to stay on till about 9:30 with some of our leaders here. So if you guys have any questions, comments, clarity, totally here to support you guys. So open forum, open mic. It's open mic now. Who wants to start dancing? Becky?
I'll start, not dancing, but with the question.
Okay.
So like in the capsules, is there actual fiber in there as well?
Very little. There is a little bit. If you want to get the amount of fiber, I believe we can get it. I think it's less than 1 gram though. It's not a lot of fiber, but let me tell you, people poop a lot on it. And this is the biggest surprise that I get. They're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what's going on, Nicole, but I'm pooping every day. I've never pooped every day before. There must be a ton of fiber in these capsules. I'm like, actually, there's not a ton of fiber in them, but what there is tons of nutrients that's starting to support your digestive system that you probably have been missing, and things are starting to just work better. Your liver's starting to work better. It's starting to detox properly. And what most people realize is that they always just think it's fiber, but we also need the nutrition that goes along with the fiber. So I kind of educate people on that, there is fiber, but not the fiber that they're thinking about. The biggest fiber is going to come from our shakes because there's 8 grams of fiber in our shakes. Does that help? Yeah.
Yep.
Any other questions, comments? Usually you guys are a chatty bunch. Is everybody as exhausted as me?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Every time you explain on the training calls that I'm on with anybody, my phone always, it just gave out just now when you were showing the genealogy report. Is there like a video that I could watch even on the genealogy report? Like I know how to find it.
Yeah.
But I just want to know how to read it, kind of, sort of, so that
right.
I can.
Yeah, I'm sure there is. Nikki, we've done a number of calls. We actually have a YouTube channel. So Nikki, can you type our YouTube channel in here so she can find it? And then,
Thank you.
Yeah, we've been doing these types of trainings and recordings forever. So we definitely have history. So maybe Nikki can definitely help you find that genealogy report. Just real quick, let me see. There is a great place. I'm just going to peek on our, hold on here.
There used to be one, but I don't know if it's there. It was like how to read reports. I know.
It was a really old one.
Yeah.
And, we were discussing a while ago, and maybe that's something I can put on my list for next week, where I'll just go on Zoom and make some short videos of back office stuff to show the new distributors how to read reports, how to do a bunch of things in the back office.
Thank you guys so much. Sorry, I feel like I'm asking you to repeat, but one of my partners that I just signed on isn't on this call either, and I know that she would really benefit from what you just said.
Yeah, for sure. So under training, just hold on here. I'm going to scroll down. It says frequently asked questions. Can you see that, Sarah? Okay. So I'm scrolling down here. There is, I'm just
No,
going
I can't see it, Nicole.
Oh, okay. Can't see it.
Sorry.
Hold on. No. You're giving me the yes. And then I'm like, okay.
I'm
No problem.
multitasking.
I know, right? Okay, no problem. So under Freedom Revolution, under training, go right down to the bottom and it says frequently asked questions, okay? So if you scroll down, these are really great videos for you guys to even send customers. So how do they make Juice Plus? How is Juice Plus different from vitamins? Is Juice Plus organic? How is pest control managed on Juice Plus? Is Juice Plus non-GMO? Why is there soy incomplete? What is the research process? Why does Juice Plus ship in a 4-month supply? Like, it's just like the most common questions that your prospects might answer. And all of this is here. How cool is that, right? And then in regards to our business, these are the most frequently asked questions of our business. So how do I change the shipment date of my order? How do I set up my Juice Plus website? How do I place a Juice Plus order online? How do I place a family health study order online? Tower Garden, how do I sign up a new team member? How do I find a tracking number? I'm just scrolling to see if they have anything. How do I track team member promotions up to SC? I'm just scrolling through to see if I can find. How do I know what is making up my monthly earnings? Virtual office tutorial. So there's a little mini one there. And there's also another little mini one there. So there might be some, yeah, so if you're partnered to QS or to QSSC, this would be your video to watch, virtual office training. Okay, how can I see a downline growth report, 12-month analysis? So, so check that out as well too, because that's some great information. And then who would like to know how big their paycheck is? Anybody? Anybody? Okay, so guess what? Just before I got on this call, usually it's the 5th of the month. This is where you're going to go after this call. You're going to find out what your paycheck is. Then you're going to call your upline and you're going to say, oh my gosh, I friggin' love you. Thank you so much for loving on me. And then you're going to tell your partner what you're going to do with your paycheck, because it's really fun to know what you guys do with your money. Pay off debt, save for a holiday, yeah, save for a rainy day, whatever it is. So this is where you're going to go. You're going to go to team data and you're going to open up performance analysis and click on it. And you're going to actually see all of your main numbers, and the very top line, you're going to see what your paycheck is. It's so exciting when you find that out and you do like the happy dance. And I know a lot of you on here tonight are going to have paycheck increases. So just want to say congratulations again, and your number should be there. Okay. Marie, I just signed up an American partner and received a confirmation, but no fin that she was signed up. She didn't show up in my team. Has anyone had experience signing up someone from another country? I have. Anybody want to comment on that? What time did you sign them up? Was it after 5 today or before?
She said she just did it.
Oh yeah, so they're sleeping. Wait till tomorrow.
And yes, I have signed someone up from another country, and they actually we had to contact the Juice Plus consulate for that country. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I think for American, it would be much easier because we're all part of the North American
yeah.
piece. But yeah.
Yeah, it should show up by tomorrow. If it doesn't, we can definitely send an email to corporate, but it's pretty fast. It's definitely much easier signing up in North America. I know that they're still working on trying to really streamline our global, and that is part of our global expansion from our investors, to make sure that we really have an easier access to be signing people up and not having to call and email and all that stuff. So we're getting there. We're getting there. The good news is that they do have like monthly meetings our, like all the sales teams around, and these are the type of stuff that come up, like, oh, we got to be working on this, or we got to have different languages on this. And you can just imagine that type of project. It doesn't happen overnight, but they definitely want it to be streamlined so we can feel empowered to really build an international business. So awesome. Any other comments or questions?
I have one.
Yeah.
How do you get past when you're talking to people and you keep like subtly bringing it up or throwing it into conversation as things come up when you find their pain and that sort of thing, and you get that eye roll of, oh, here we go, it's the Juice Plus thing again?
Yeah. Are these people that, are you seeing them in person? Are they friends, family?
Yeah, I actually just got it from my best friend while I was sitting in her kitchen the other day.
Okay.
And I talk to her all the time about all kinds of stuff. So it's not like it's something that she hears every time we talk. Yeah. But because she's my best friend, I know a lot of what's going on in her life, and I know how much this could benefit her. So I keep bringing it up, like, hey, I know it's that thing again, and you said it's not for you, but I know this could help you.
Right. Does anybody want to comment on that?
I will. She won't listen to you. You need third-party validation. It's the best friends and family are the worst. So you have to try to invite her to a call.
I can't get her on any. She gives me an excuse every time.
Yeah, that's what you got to do.
Yeah. Sometimes, as I say, we can't say them all. I've been doing this for 15 years, and I still have some best friends that are still not on Juice Plus, and they've even come to conference.
Could I make a comment? It's Candy. It's Randy's
Hi, Candy.
wife.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, I'm all about this Tower Garden thing, but I have a brain injury. Everybody's tried to push all kinds of supplements on me, and I'm not doing this, right? So Angela ended up giving Randy some samples. And I tried them, and after a couple of days, I actually noticed a shift, and my son started taking them, and he noticed a shift. And now I don't know if you know, Randy mentioned Marcus is a Partner Plus, but that was our son who was like, get that away from me. I'm not touching it. So, I mean, I don't know if that would be a way, but I gave a friend of mine who'd said like a flat no. I said, no, seriously, I did try it, and I know it. Like, honestly, I was in the camp of I'm not going to try it, and I'm not interested, and we don't have the money for that. And anyway, so I gave her some like chews out of each one of my little chew bags, and she was like over the moon about it and went off very happily. So we'll see how that does. But I've had 2 friends that took my chews, so they won't come on a call, but they took the chews. So I don't know if that's helpful. Okay. Have you guys that have been experienced, like for 50, I'm sure, has anyone else had experience with samples, or how people did with samples?
Yeah, samples can work definitely, just in regards to like the chews for the kids. I just want to make sure my kids will eat them. Oh my gosh, my kids love them. Okay, let's give it a try for sure. You just have to be careful. And I trained on this a little bit on Power Hour this morning, because I think JJ was asking about samples. Because I know her experience. JJ is like, oh my gosh, I tried Juice Plus, and in 2 or 3 days, I was feeling like amazing. So I said, you have to be careful about your story, because you're going to set somebody up to think that in 2 or 3 days, they're going to feel as amazing as you. And if they don't in 2 or 3 days, and you've only given them 2 or 3 days of samples, they'll be like, I'm done. Nope, not going to try it. So I'm a big believer in setting them up to say it really has to be a 4-month experience based on our clinical research. And the thing is, some people are going to maybe feel something in the beginning. Some people might feel something in the middle. Some people might take a full 4 months. Some people might not even feel it, but where they start to see a difference is, oh my gosh, this was the first winter I never got my flu or my cold, or I got a cold, but I recovered in 24 hours. So as you will know, part of this community is that you'll hear so many different types of stories, and not one will be the same for that one person. And so I just want to make sure that you're setting yourself up for not failure and not having the right expectations for that person. So typically samples work for the shakes, like giving a vanilla or a chocolate, and they're like, oh my gosh, you were right, these shakes are freaking amazing, I want them. Or like I said, the chews are like, oh, my kids just gobbled them up, or my husband just ate like the whole sample and they want more. those examples. But I typically stay away from, hey, try it for 5 days, you're going to feel great. I don't even go there. Where I will focus on though is saying that there is a full money back guarantee. If you find that, you know, you're just struggling to like swallow your capsules, or, you know, you're having some trouble. I said, but rarely, you know, I've been doing this for a long time. Not too many people ship it back because they really start to see the value in it. Casey, one thing that you could think about too, that I find with the friend thing is, and because you're young, typically the pain for young people is, I guarantee she's probably broke and struggling to pay bills and paycheck to paycheck. So you may actually want to lead with a business is to say, girlfriend, I don't want to leave you in the dust. I'm going to be moving on to make an extra, like, you know, build up. I would love to work with you. I know that a lot of our younger people oftentimes lead with the business because the pain of the young generation is that I never have enough money to do what I want. So that could be some verbiage.
I did try and get her sold on the business, and even went as far as, listen, I know how much you're struggling right now. If I paid your sign up fee, would you do it? And she was like, it's really not for me. And I was like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So the best way to get people on board, so the first on board that we typically say is our partner. So if you're married or have a boyfriend, the best way to get a partner on board is to put a comma in your paycheck. So, and then when that comma shows up in your paycheck, it's like, oh, okay, so you could actually pay for the car payments this month. Okay, now this is a serious business. So the same thing might happen with your girlfriend. I remember these two sisters, same thing. One of the sisters started, the other one was like, this, don't even talk to me. I'm not interested. And they were sitting on the beach and she got her first bonus check and it was $500. And so she kind of pulled out her bonus check and showed the $500 to her sister. And she's like, and they were both school teachers in the United States. And she's like, oh my gosh, you just got $500? She's like, I could use $500. And she's like, wow, girlfriend, like you need to come and do this with me. And they actually both together worked to the top positions and obviously retired from being teachers and then brought their daughters in as well over the years. And they're two of the top leaders in the United States. And their story just always resonates with me is sometimes we just need to go into action. And as tonight, what is tonight? Tonight is about show me the money. And sometimes you just need to show people the money before they believe it's legit. So you don't know what her skepticism is. It's a scam. It doesn't work. But you know what? Ask good questions. I'm just curious. Why are you so like about this? Just tell me, like, and get her having that conversation and find out where her fear is. What is your fear about doing this business with me?
She thinks that no one she knows will buy it.
Okay. Does she have friends?
Yep.
Does she have are most of her friends broke?
Probably.
Yeah, it's that generation, right? It's that young generation. Melissa, I know you're working with a lot of young people right now. How are you coaching them with the whole money thing?
It's about making money, especially students right now. They are really scared because they need to be going back to school and they're not working. So it's positioning it as a way to make money and to still have fun with your friends. And yeah.
Yeah, I think the young two generation, I know when I think of some of the very successful is they lead with the shakes. They lead with the shakes because it's a value right out of the gates. They're like, well, I have to have, a couple meals a day. So I'll replace one of my meals with a healthy shake. So I know that like when Katie Wren really was building her business in the UK, she was 24 at the time when she was really starting to gear up this business, and she was really leading on social media. She was leading with the shakes, and then she would bring them in. They'd have a positive experience. They loved the shakes. It was making them feel really good. And that was such an easy share for young people. So maybe you might not lead with the capsules, but maybe the shakes will be your strategy, the shakes in the business.
All right, great.
And
I'll try that.
Can I say something quickly? This is just Emma. Sorry.
Hi, Emma.
Hi. I just wanted to say this, that I've only been in the business for a year, and hearing the stories from the ladies and men that said that they were working on friends or family for a long time, and then boom, all of a sudden that person wants to join and they're one of their greatest assets. That happened to me recently. 2 people that I talked to for a whole year just signed on as my partners, and they're so thankful for signing on. But I had to really be positive and work, at talking to them, and not get down on myself because they weren't interested at the time, or they had a reason not to be interested. So don't forget that. Just keep loving on them and keep being positive. And maybe they don't want to talk about it now, but you don't know. I mean, I had somebody who was like, oh, I want to do it right now, and I was talking to them for a year, and then I was like, what? It totally came out of left field. And then 2 days later, another person that I have been talking to for a year did the exact same thing. So don't ever forget that part too.
Yeah, it might just not be her right time. We always just say it has to be that kind of right time for people. I didn't get it right away. I did not get it right away. My mom had to follow up with me and, nudge me and drive me effing crazy. And I was pulling my hair out, and I'm like, stop telling me about this Juice Plus stuff, Mom. Oh my gosh, seriously. So if I can give you any hope, there's a lot of us on the call tonight that have been around for a while that started that business with don't touch me, don't talk to me. I'm not going to do any juicy thing with you. Melissa was a year. Melissa Hyde is, my top NMD. If I would have given up on this girl, a lot of you wouldn't be here. And I just called her one more time. Hey, I don't know if this would be the right time for you, but we have an event coming up. I'll pick you up. I'll buy you lunch. I'll make it easy for you. Just come, and you can give me a solid yes or a solid no, and I'll stop talking and bothering you. And she's like, fine, I'll come, I'll see. And that was it. So, it's just being lovingly persistent on people. My mom was just lovingly persistent on me. She called me at the right time.
Even after 5 or 6 touches or calls, I still put them in the not yet file, and I will circle around to them, eventually. But right now, they're not yet.
Yeah.
Cassie, do you use social media at all? And is your friend on social media?
Yep.
Yeah. It's a really good way to let your friend know that how committed, how consistent. There's some really great stuff that you can put out on there. And like Emily said, and like how Randy said, it's just no, not right now. But if you're, just loving on her, dribbling on her, and even, putting out a post that, maybe it's geared towards her because that she'll see it. I do that a lot. If I'm talking to someone and they're not ready, the next day I'll usually do a post that's specifically to, whatever their problem is, to provide that solution. So use social media to your advantage, and being brave on social media. Like Jen Brennan, she never posts on Facebook at all, and she just posted about the business one day, and I asked her, I messaged her. I didn't even really know Jen all that well. She's my sister's best friend, and she's like, she didn't say what team it was, but she was looking for a team. And I just said, I don't know what team you're talking about, but I want to join whatever you're doing. So it's just, using social media and just releasing the outcome, and just talking to as many people as you can on a daily basis.
Yeah, for sure. And I know for me, even I'm just getting louder and louder on social media, especially with this business than I ever had in my 15 years, because I know the pain is so loud right now for people. So starting to really show up in my Insta stories and calling people out on their money story. So, just having those brave conversations. Who has debt? Who is going in debt? Who is running out of money? I'm totally having those conversations now on social media, and it's bringing a lot of people forward and having some great conversations right now. And it's so fun to have those conversations. So I would feel I'm doing more leading of the business right now than I am our products. And this is a great time to lead with the business, because that's where people's biggest pain is right now, is how am I going to pay my mortgage? How am I going to pay groceries this month? How am I going to pay for my business insurance, right? Like there's just so many. So lead with a business and try that strategy and see how many partners. See if somebody can beat Randy this month at 10. Game on, anybody?
In relation to what Sarah Mokhtar was just saying, which was awesome. I love all the things you just said. But for Casey and your friend, because I've run into that too. I've run into it with a sister. And like what Becky says, sometimes that can't even come from you. It has to come from other people. But one idea I had for you is to talk to Nicole Scott, what she just talked about, talking about the pain points. If you can have a testimonial from somebody in this group mentioned they have a testimonial from someone who's maybe having the pain points that your friend has had, and what Juice Plus has done for that, and posting it, but not necessarily directing it to her. But if she's following you, like to Sarah's point, it's like, oh yeah, I have that tick, and all those things that are suddenly, you know what I mean?
Because she is watching.
She's watching
when you don't think they're watching, and then they're gonna come out of the woodwork and say, okay, and it might take 5 years, but they're watching for sure.
Yeah, like a great picture would be, take a picture right now of all of us. And then you can actually post it on social media and say, I am so grateful for this, you know, whatever your verbiage is, right? Kick-ass team. Oh my gosh, you should have heard the stories tonight. Do you know that so-and-so just got a promotion and made this much? Like whatever that could be, just use your words. But yeah, take a picture tonight and say, look at how many people have joined our mission. You know, you can say, oh my gosh, we just had our largest month. We're helping, you know, thousands of new customers, and we're, you know, just something that will get people's attention and your friend's attention, doing it specifically to her, that holy cow, this is pretty incredible.
I did that recently, Nicole, when you suggested that. We were talking about it and it was so effective. And what I did was, all the people in this screenshot, I followed everybody on Insta and tagged everybody. And so no, you're all going to comment to each other because we're already part of the mission. So now all of a sudden you're also tweaking things to do with the analytics with Insta, right? Because people are commenting faster. So it's true. It's true what you said.
And it's organic too.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Great. Thanks so much, guys.
You're welcome. I love these conversations. It's so important to have them because we can feed off of each other and really learn. And yeah, good job. Okay, well, I'm going to wrap up. So thank you so much, guys. So just as a reminder for Thursday, then we've got the 2 prospect calls. One at 2 is Melissa Hyde. The one at 8 is Sarah. And then there's the Tim Blank one. And then we'll head into next week. And of course, we've got our continued power hour going on. We got our prospects, our tower talks. And then next Thursday night will be Alyssa's talk. So we got lots of stuff to feed into.